This is Billett Field. This is the first of many sites that are planned for tree planting pursuant to Buck's tree mission, which is to plant over 500,000 trees in the county.
So this is our first large-scale planting. We've had lots of smaller scale plantings by parishes, but this is a planting of round about over 3,000 trees.
In total, it's about 3,400 trees and shrubs. There's a number of different species, including Cecile oak, dogwood, hazel, amongst others, just to ensure that there's a good diversity for various plants and animals to enjoy, and lots of different shrubs as well that will add to the biodiversity.
Like little twigs to me. I'm ignorant. How long before they'll look like trees?
Well, it's a very good question. So these trees are about 1 to 2 years old now, and so at their current age, they're able to adapt to a wide variety of environments. So it is good to kind of have trees of that age in the ground now.
There's a central ride down the middle, and then there will be smaller shrubs planted along the central ride, and then taller trees sort of further into the middle of the field. And this is predominantly to help biodiversity. It'll also be accessible to the public, so it allows a route that the public can then walk around and enjoy the field. It will become a wood, but it takes a long time for that to be established, sort of 20-25 years plus before it starts really looking like a wood. So they've got a lot of growing to do.
We're really delighted to be getting engaged with the climate change programme, bringing our strategy to life, because it's about what we do, not what we say. And this is proof that we take our climate change strategy very seriously indeed. We're determined to make Buckinghamshire a leafy, clean-aired county. Mainly, of course, I'd like that to be for my grandchildren, and I'd like this to last for a long time.
We've registered this site with the Woodland Carbon Code, so that effectively the site will generate woodland carbon units over time. And that's effectively the amount of carbon that's been sequestered or removed from the atmosphere as a result of this project.
And the volunteers, I guess you couldn't have done it without them. They've come from all walks of life, haven't they?
Absolutely. The volunteers have been really helpful getting the trees in the ground, and it's also a great way for people to learn, how to plant the trees, the kind of care that needs to go into them growing, and, for them to come back in the future and know that they've been a part of this new wood as well, and, for them to bring their children and grandchildren.
It would be too rude of me to come all the way to Black Park Country Park without planting a Bucks radio tree myself. So I've been criticising all the councillors for being useless out in the countryside, for not being able to dig, and now I'm going to make a complete idiot of myself. It is tough, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it is dry, isn't it?
It's pretty stony as well.
Is that enough?
That should be enough, yeah. Good job there.
Oh yeah, that. And there's the bulbous bit.
That's it. You just get your D in, that's it.
We should make a pact, and the tree I'm going to plant, we come back in 20 years, you might have to wheel me.
Yeah.
And we look at it.
Yeah, of course, I would love that. Yeah, see how it's getting on. Yeah, it's a strange feeling planting all these trees, knowing that the real benefit in the woodland is going to be there for future generations, not necessarily for us to enjoy, unless we are being wheeled around it. But yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Planting for the future and helping, reduce carbon emissions.
Taking down. Perfect.